Hey everyone, welcome to today's session. The video today will be discussing a very specific element that is most commonly asked in the grade 10 questions for South African curriculums. It's called estimating surds. Now let's have a quick discussion about a few background elements that we need here. Firstly, a surd, in short, is when we are dealing with a root that does not have an integer as an answer. So for example, square root of 43, cube root of 107, right? If we were to put these in our calculators, we would have never-ending strings of decimals as part of our answer, and therefore we call this a surd. The second thing that we need to know when we are estimating surds is our square numbers. Let's change colors. Purple. So our square numbers which we should know by now, at least up to, say, 13, 14, 15. What we can remember, in case you have forgotten, is it is just the answer to our integers squared. So let's create a list for ourselves to use. 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 2, 4, etc., etc. Cue video speed up.
I feel like montage music should be playing here.
Let's look into that. Any unlicensed ones though?
Well, I mean, considering that I just did it out of my mouth, you could probably literally just use that.
You give me the rights.
I'm going to need a NDA as well as a full IP negotiation.
Alright, just send it all to my email and I'll...
Cool.
What's 14 times 14? Check for me.
Can't access my calculator.
It's 196.
Well done. Gotta love that, which we should all know now, till like 14 times 14 or 14 times 14, etc.
Alright, here we have our square numbers. I don't know if we sped that up and montaged it or whatever. If not, then I apologize for you having to listen to us. Now, back to the estimating surds portion of the video. We have our square numbers list. I'll see if I can keep that on the screen for you while we're working. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a surd, and usually the one given by the question. Say, for example, let's use square root 43. They want us to estimate the value of this, or find between which two integers this value will lie. So what we're going to do is go over to our square numbers list, because this is a square root. If we were doing a cube, we would then have to have used a cube numbers list. So for our square root 43, we're going to look at our square numbers list and find the perfect square that is directly below 43 and the perfect square that is directly above 43. Let's bring out another color here. For example, in our square numbers list then, we know that 43 will lie somewhere here in between 36 and 49. So 36 and 49 will be the two values that we are going to use. Let's see. So we know that 43 lies in between 36 and 49. Okay, we're going to use our little crocodile mouths to indicate that. 43 is bigger than 36, but smaller than 49. All right, so this stands to reason then that if we were to square root all three of these numbers, our inequality would still be true. So the square root of 43 must be in between the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. We know that the square root of 36 is 6. We know that the square root of 49 is 7. And therefore, the square root of 43 lies in between the integers 6 and 7. Done. Let's try a cube example. first thing we're going to do is set up a cubes number list for ourselves if we don't already know them. What's 6 times 6 times 6?
It's 36 times 6.
That's correct. 216. What's 49 times 7?
So 7 3 343.
Okay, and this list could go on depending what range your values are in. So let's say, for example, they want us to do, let's make something up. Let's say the cube root of 108. Once again, we're going to go to our list. This time we are using cube numbers. We see that 108 lies here in between 64 and 125. So we can then come back to our question and say that we know 108 is in between 64 and 125. It stands to reason then that if we were to cube root all of these numbers, our inequality would still hold true. Now we know that the cube root of 64, according to our list, is 4. We know that the cube root of 125, according to our list, is 5. Therefore, we now know that the cube root of 108 must lie between the integers 4 and 5. That concludes our video today for estimating surds. I hope it was helpful. Please remember to like, share, and comment, and subscribe, and stuff. And we shall see you in the next one. Good? It's a rather simple section. Now we know the cube root of 64, according to our list, is 4.